All showed you how even if this rule set takes it all the way to the distance, it can be exciting. If it's just a points win, it can be exciting. If it's a submission, obviously they're always exciting. And this tournament has just been that the entire weekend. Even the Open Friday was just packed with talent, man.
Everybody wants a piece of ADCC. And this man, Oliver Taza, no stranger to the biggest stages in the world. Coming into this tournament, Jay.
Yeah.
He has an absolutely crazy statistic. Out of 166 wins coming into the West Coast Trials, he has 100 submissions. That's a 60% submission rate. We'll see if he can put that to use and add to that statistic against this man, Andrew Tackett, who has seemingly become more powerful with every cheer of the crowd, just gaining momentum like a snowball going down a hill.
Brother of 88-kilogram champion William Tackett is Andrew Tackett, looking for his first bid to the World Championships. Got a handful in front of him with Taza. One of the most exciting grapplers on the planet in Andrew Tackett.
Those of you guys who tuned into Who's Number One, when Andrew Tackett fought in the bracket on the Night of Champions, had a match with PJ Barge that was so epic he threw out his back.
Yeah.
And was forced to be sidelined from competition for a little bit.
That's what kept him out of East Coast.
Came back to West Coast. Now he's in the final.
Yep.
Andrew Tackett. Your time, Andrew, your time. You ready? You ready? Let's have fun, guys. Go!
Tackett and Taza.
All right, heavy on the face and heavy on the head right off the start. Peel that elbow, peel that elbow.
Taza possesses such great wrestling fundamentals.
Yeah.
Saw him in his match versus Tynan Dalbra, just really was able to mitigate a lot of what Tynan was doing for a large portion of the match, just with this very simple style that he has. He's a great single leg. And Andrew Tackett is able to create situations off of his wrestling that leads a lot of the times to the back, and some pretty dynamic submission entries as well.
Yeah, you kind of see that whole new wave team with that, same very intelligent hand fighting system. It fatigues, it sets up, it creates angles, it creates
big bite on the fake,
right? It creates unevens where when I can make those shoulders turn, now I can move, now I can get to the leg, now I can get to the hip. It simplifies the process, especially when you're not going against another traditional wrestler.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, John Danaher has been in the corner of some of MMA's greatest. I mean, George St. Pierre, for instance, known as perhaps the greatest wrestler in MMA of all time. Never even wrestled. And so New Wave is getting a lot of that same wisdom.
Taza pops back up.
A lot of heavy hitters in the New Wave corner. Helena Cravar, ADCC West Coast Trials champion this weekend. Dan Monasoyu going to Worlds. Gary Tonin. Giancarlo Badoni. Cody Steele. William Tackett in the corner of Andrew Tackett. Oh, look at this.
Jumps into a leg, but that is going to get him the negative if he doesn't get back up.
Andrew Tackett
just
throw in.
Definitely chanced it there.
Who does that?
Yeah.
In the finals of ADCC West Coast Trials.
Chances it. I got nervous for a second. Like, does he know? Again, even the flying submissions, even jumping to an armbar, jumping to a guillotine.
In the corner of Andrew Tackett right there, William Tackett, who we just saw win by dynamic submission with that toe hold heel hook combo on Jacob Rodriguez.
A little feint there from Tackett. Taza looking for that underhook. He'll take that underhook and then he'll run it across the body, trying to tap that far side knee. 2-on-1 now. Tackett.
Big double leg by Andrew Tackett, lands directly inside control.
Now again, there's not going to be any points for that. Taza's not penalized for now being the bottom player, anything like that.
Got to fix the hair.
Always. Andrew's such a good kid.
We're past that near side frame. Go. Heavy shoulder pressure.
Right.
To get a connection with our hands.
Taza starting to trying to off balance on the far side. You see him V gripping on that armpit. He'll try to push away from him just to clear the space to come back to the inside. You'll see hard push away. And Tackett, very smart, followed him around to that side.
Look at the back take.
Hits. Look at this. He might almost be there, Jake. Good job of Taza turning through and opting to stay on the bottom just from a much better position than he was in before.
40 seconds until points.
Holding on to that ankle. Inverts through. Good job from Tackett of keeping that top leg away. You see that V grip on that far side leg.
Needs to keep the legs separated, trying to walk out of the leg and take him in situation, and he does. 20 seconds till points.
Oh, and Taza chooses to stand back up, especially with 20 seconds to go here. Just shows you the confidence Taza has in his wrestling, you know? Because he can't just sit now. All right,
single leg attempt from Taza.
Oh, look at this, beautiful single, trying to follow it.
Going right out of bounds and crashing into Trey Robinson of FloGrappling.
Trey turned the shoulder, looked like he was going to try to drop him.
Points. Big shot from Tackett. Is heating up, Jay.
Yeah, you see both getting, picks up the leg. Taza's so good at that too. Just quick little pickups on the leg.
It's so simple. He just reaches down, sort of like Ben Askren, just reaches down for that single leg and makes it happen.
Cradled off here, trying to put him on his back. Stand back up.
Smart by Tackett.
Yeah, Taza would have been okay at that point to pull.
This is the third successful single leg by Taza.
Taza staying on it, keeping that leg, and when he's keeping that near side leg, oh.
And look at Andrew Tackett with the athletic movement to regain top position and force the back.
Taza fighting here to not get scored on. Oh,
and this is where Andrew Tackett shines, Jay.
Wow, that's got a 3-point there.
3 points for Andrew Tackett in a position where he finds so much success.
3 minutes to go, too. A lot of time to work. Again, when you think about what has to happen here, like 3-0 doesn't sound like a lot of points, right? It seems like one score. You got to escape. Now you got to either pass, you got to get to the back, or you're going to have to score twice on a 2-point move. So a lot of work needs to be done here for Taza. So
and not really, a lot of time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to make that all happen, Jay.
And listen, he's almost through to get himself back to a guard. Not really. Goes back through.
We got 2 minutes. Don't lose
2:10 to go.
You need some type of contact on him. Don't lose his shoulder.
For a second, I almost thought that the referee, based on his hand motion, was going to award another 3 points, but
it could have been on the roll through where he actually went inside and kind of spun inside that control. But it wasn't long enough. If he was mounted, he would have got the score on the mount. But it was teetering, so.
Tackett really working for this choke, and Taza is just not giving an inch, really trying to get out of here, but he's got 1 minute, 35 seconds.
Yeah, Tackett's a menace from here, too.
Time not on Taza's side here.
And he's figure four'd off with his hooking leg across, and Taza.
120.
Good job of pummeling to get that foot back inside. One-on-one control. Rolls him through so that triangle's on the top side. 3 minutes, 60 seconds. 3-0 for Tackett, 60 seconds to go.
1 minute. Good.
What a story the Tackett brothers have had on the weekend. And Oliver Taza is just, it got to be one of the best trials competitors of all time.
Yeah.
Makes it to the finals of pretty much every trials he enters into.
Yeah, he's at least semifinals, right?
Yeah.
At least in the Euros and the European trials and the North American trials. Again, he's got 30 seconds to, he's going to have to get out and score or get out and finish Tackett in 20 seconds, and that is a very, very difficult thing to do. I think we're going to see the brother option happen here. Both Tacketts are going to win back-to-back. Now, if that turns through here, he's going to score him.
And now the mount. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Tackett is going to the T-Mobile Arena in the same car as William Tackett. They're both going to the World Championship.
Wow, what a feeling. Yo, how cool is it, like, we've seen it with Jasmine, that we get to see it with Tackett, and just that family just love. What a great weekend for the Tacketts. Fixing that hair. What a match.
That man got more powerful with every match.
Taking out Varela, taking out Taza. Like, no easy run here for Andrew. Wow. Amazing work from the Tacketts.
Great sportsmanship out of Taza as well. Such an incredible competitor.
Really is. On and off the mats, Taza's class act.
So here's a look, Jay. That daring attack earlier on in the match by Andrew Tackett.
Man, did it pay off. And then there was this double right into side control.
Taza has remained so aggressive, and this looked like a great opportunity for him to potentially take the match, but Andrew Tackett is so creative, it's so unorthodox, it's hard to prepare for any of the movements that he does. Takes the back.
Right, not to get scored on. What's Taza got to do? Show him his back.
Exactly, you've talked about that a lot this weekend. It's just such an important part of the ADCC rule set.
I mean, when you think about takedowns, sweeps, knee on belly, mount, you think of all those scoring situations, I'm going to tell you that the back scores more than all of them combined.
DeAndre Corbet and Keith Krikorian is our final